winners, Manchester United!
Hey, what's up? What's up, Bias Clan? It's still MUFC Bias, and I'm still your host, Ice. Yeah, the week started with a flurry of activities. I mean, Manchester United and the board seems they had a very boring weekend and decided to start the new week with a bang. It's been from one transfer news to another, and we look like we're so busy. I think Manchester United are the most busy club in Europe this summer. We have news concerning Sancho. Is he leaving Manchester United? Well, stay tuned to find out in the video. We're also talking about Wan-Bisaka and yeah, some targets that Manchester United are being linked to for the right back position. So apparently it seems we have fixed the defense, or we know what we're going to do for the defense, and Manchester United are beginning to move into their their targets for the midfield position. Stay tuned and find out details concerning these stories and more. In the meantime, you do well to smash a like on this for this video. Like this video, and if you are tuning in for the very first time, do well to subscribe to this channel. You really don't want to miss the regular updates that will be dropping as in real time as soon as they break. Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. It's free. Yeah, it's free content, so you're not paying for anything. All right. Straight up, news broke out today that PSG are interested in Sancho. Wow. And if you know, for the past couple of weeks, when news came out that Sancho had reconciled with Eric Ten Hag, I was of the opinion that it was just a PR stunt to make potential suitors become more interested in the player. It's a different ballgame when they are coming into for a player that seems like an outcast. They can just drop 10 million on the table and say it's take it or leave it. But now that Manchester United have, made it seem like he's an integral part of the squad, even at he has had minutes in preseason. Teams are now taking him more serious, bringing in more serious offers for the player. I think it works. I think the stunts that Ineos and Radcliffe, Berada, Ashworth have pulled has really worked, because PSG are interested in the player and they're looking to replace Kylian Mbappe with a big name signing. One more thing that is helping, that I feel is going to help this deal go through, is the fact that Napoli are stalling on selling Victor Osimhen to PSG. As it stands, talks are broken down because PSG do not want to pay over the usual budgets for the striker. And Napoli and the president, Laurentiis, I guess, they are very hard bargainers in the market. They name their price and they stick to it. Manchester United fans can remember what we went through when we were trying to sign Kalidou Koulibaly some years back. It was hell. Like, eventually, we couldn't get the player because Napoli are tough bargainers in the market. So, if they don't get Osimhen, it's very much more likely they want to get another big name signing in Sancho to fill in the void. Yeah, they really like him. I heard they've agreed personal terms with Sancho, who is excited about the project. And I'm sure many Manchester United fans are also excited to see him leave Old Trafford. Yeah. Okay, that's for Sancho. Manchester United have been they are in many discussions with PSG. When the Ugarte links came up, it was said that Manchester United and PSG had a lot of players, talked about a lot of players. And it's beginning to come to the light right now, because there's also rumors that PSG are interested in Bruno Fernandes. Although that seems like it's off the mark at the moment, because Bruno Fernandes doesn't want to leave the club and he's the captain. Although he wants a new contract, which should make him the highest earner in the club. they've not agreed on that yet. So Manchester United are looking at, do we give him a new contract? He's already 30. A new contract that will take him into his early 30s. Will his standard drop? I mean, his quality, will it dip? You know, so these are some of the things they're looking at, and yeah, they've not concluded on whether they want him to remain or offer him a bumper new deal. So it's still a possibility he leaves Manchester United at the end of the season. Yeah, before the start of the season, but that's still in the balance. Okay, so in central for the right back position, it seems Manchester United have gotten their targets on plug, because there's also rumors that Manchester United are looking at Monaco's right back Van der Sar. Van der Sar, yeah, I've seen clips of the lad. He's exciting. I mean, he plays like a winger. He's very nifty with the ball. Lots of dribbles and leg work. I mean, I already like the lad because I've not really seen a lot of him, but from the little I've seen, he looks very exciting. Someone that will really challenge Diogo Dalot for the starting position and will bring a lot of excitement to the Manchester United play next season. Yeah. Still on the right back position, Manchester United are looking at Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. You know, earlier in the season, Bayern Munich, they came to a conclusion that they want to let the player go, but they were asking for a 30 million euros fee to get the player out of the Allianz Arena. But as time has gone on, with market restrictions, they've realized that that fee is very high and unattainable. So they've reduced it. The expectancy now is between 20 to 25 million euros. And Manchester United have the player top of their lists. Wow. So they're looking to get Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. And as per, from Florian Plettenberg, he says Manchester United have the player top of their lists as they want him to replace Wan-Bisaka. You know, Wan-Bisaka is shooting to get his summer transfer to West Ham. And since Manchester United are even looking to get the Mazraoui deal across the line, they've reduced their asking fee for Wan-Bissaka to barely £10 million. I mean, that is, left to me, I'll say that is too cheap for Wan-Bissaka. It's quality. But yeah, they want to get him off the books as soon as possible. They're asking for just £10 million to let him go to West Ham. And there's a funny twist to that. Because West Ham are also in for Mazraoui. So in this case, Manchester United and West Ham are going head to head for the player. Of course, that's no competition because Manchester United will most likely win that battle. But in any case where West Ham can get Wan-Bissaka for that fee, then Manchester United will have a smooth ride, like no obstacles, no challenges to get Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. But for the meantime, Manchester United and West Ham are in for Mazraoui. Now let's talk about the midfield options. We've been on the Ugarte deal for a couple of weeks now. Personal terms have been agreed and all that. But Manchester United are still yet to agree a fee with Bayern Munich with PSG for the player. So it's still up in the air. Manchester United are looking at getting a very, reasonable offer for the player, but PSG are holding out for about 35 million pounds, which is looking too much for Manchester United at the moment. Maybe before they make some sales in the coming weeks. But it's looking like there's competition for that deal. It might be paper talk, it might be briefings from the Manchester United side, but Manchester United are looking at Zubimendi. We also saw Zubimendi at the Euro. Is one midfielder that is exciting. Yeah, I would really love to see him in a Manchester United jersey because he's a controller of the midfield. He's a midfield controller in the ilk of Rodri, Yeah, in the Euro final, he replaced Rodri, and many people didn't notice because there was no drop off in quality from the control. So it's one player that Manchester are looking at. If PSG do not lower their asking fee for Manuel Ugarte, I don't know. I don't know which I prefer between Manuel Ugarte and Zubimendi. You let me know what you think. Which player do you prefer Manchester United gets between Manuel Ugarte and Zubimendi? Drop it in the comment section and let me get your thoughts. Yeah? There's also news today that Manchester United are in for Palmeiras midfielder Richard Rios. Yeah, Richard Rios is. I've checked his profile. I didn't know much about him before. I've not heard about him, but since the links surfaced earlier today, I made a little, research on the player, and is. I think these scouts for Manchester United are really doing a good job this summer with the kind of players. This is the kind of transfer I've always advocated for. Players that have not gotten their big move to Europe, the Asian leagues, the South American leagues, and that is what Ashworth and Berada are starting to do. Go for these deals. Now, Palmeiras, they're preparing an offer of 17 million pounds for the midfielder. That is a very if that deal goes through and the player is a success, then that would be a very beautiful jackpot because he's young. The price, his asking price is fairly cheap, and he has a very good sell-on value. So I'm excited about this one. Manchester United going for Palmeiras midfielder Richard Rios. Okay, there's also news concerning Chidi Obi Martin, the exciting striker from Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal offered him a new contract, but his mind is already set on leaving the club. He visited Old Trafford last weekend, and according to sources, he has told his teammates that he's headed for Old Trafford. He's an exciting young striker. He's 16 years old. He's one for the future. He's really exciting. So that's one deal that Manchester United are looking to close in the coming days. Chidi Obi Martin. What's the name? I think it's of Nigerian descent, yeah, because I don't think there's any other country that has this combination of names. Chidi Obi Martin. Okay. There's also news concerning Greenwood. It looks like Manchester United do not want to let him go totally. News came out today that Manchester United inserted a buyback clause in the Mason Greenwood deal. What does that mean? So if, for instance, Greenwood has a good season or maybe 2 good seasons, Manchester United can buy the player back at a fixed fee, which is not, obviously, buyback clauses are usually in favor of the player of the selling club. So Manchester United can buy Greenwood back at a fixed fee, which is going to be fair value if the player, does really well at Olympique Marseille. And yeah, hopefully the dust surrounding the whole allegation might have died down by then. So there's a possibility to see Mason Greenwood in a Manchester United jersey in the nearest future. And if that's not the case, then Manchester United can still get huge fees in the sell-on, via the sell-on clause that's also in the deal. Manchester United have about between 40 to 50% sell-on clause of any amount that Greenwood gets sold for in the future. So Ineos are really doing beautifully. So far in the transfer window, I would give them a 9 over 10 so far. They've surpassed all my expectations, and I couldn't have asked for this. Like, this is how I've always wanted Manchester United to operate. Be proactive, be aggressive in the transfer window. Yeah, aggressive, that's the word. Attack multiple deals at the same time, simultaneously, and get beautiful results in terms of sales and in terms of recruitment. I'm really loving what Ratcliffe is doing via Ashworth and Berada. And this is something Ashworth echoes today. Quotes here, let me quote him according to Fabrizio. The Ashworth said, "This remains one of the biggest football clubs in the world. The focus is on getting back to being among the best on the pitch. Together with Omar Berada and his new leadership team, we will not rest until we achieve that." It's looking like, yeah, it's brighter days for Man U. I mean, now we're looking like we're actually getting serious with the rebuild. The project is exciting. If it's yeah, this is the most exciting project in Europe currently, in considering all top clubs in Europe. I mean, who could compete? Liverpool are starting probably afresh with Ancelotti. Arsenal's project is not new. Man City do not have a new project. Madrid do not have a new project. Barcelona's project is not new. So I think this is looking like is the most exciting project in Europe currently, and that's why it's very easy to attract top talents even without Champions League football. Okay, yeah, I'm sure you already heard about this. Man, Bayern Munich rejected Manchester United's £29 million offer for De Ligt. Still playing hardball. They want €50 million for the player. Ashworth and Berada are insisting that they do not want to pay. They will not pay 50 million for the player. Yeah, there's still a lot to come from that story. I know a lot is still going to happen, but currently the bid for the Leeds from Manchester United was rejected by Bayern Munich today. Yeah, the rumors concerning PSG being interested in Bruno Fernandes has been rebuffed. They were debunked earlier by a story put out by Fabrizio Romano that PSG are not interested in the player as they are fully focused on signing João Neves. Yeah. So Manchester United fans, you can give a sigh of relief. You can rest. Okay. Currently, Bruno Fernandes does not look like he's leaving the club to join PSG. But with the summer transfer window, anything can happen at any time. Alright, that's the show for today. I'm ending the stream right now. But before we go, I need you to drop a like on this video. And yeah, I know you really like our contents. You enjoy the contents today. Drop a like. That's the least you can do to say thank you for offering, quality contents to you. It's free. You dropping a like doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me a great lot. It helps YouTube know that this content is quality, and yeah, they would show it to more people. You would also help me please, I'm begging. Also help me to share the link to fellow Manchester United fans worldwide. And if you haven't subscribed, which I see most times over 90% of viewers on this channel are not subscribed. It's a new channel, so I need all the support that you can give. Do well to subscribe, and I really appreciate that. Until the next one, until the next breaking news, catch ya. Have a blessed day.